Voila, back at it. Welcome to Beyond Babbitt. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever. Change clothes, back at it. Another video. Who knows? It's a lot that's happening, a lot on my mind. I'm not even going to go to the entertainment news. There's a lot there that's entertaining, and to be honest, I get more views when I do those type of things, but this is a lot more urgent. They've been telling us since the 80s that America is there's nothing but one great big melting pot, right? All different cultures and backgrounds and religions and ethnos and races all rolled up into one. Well, that might be good in a time of peace. Now that we're going into the Civil War 2.0, Civil War 2018, how's that going to work? All these mixed breed children, half this and half that and a quarter this and a quarter that. They don't have a column for that box, when you're filling out the application. You know what I mean? And so this is not a colorblind society. People see color. People see black and white. So, I have a lot of friends married to Gentiles, family married to other races. I have nieces and nephews, and a whole bunch. Friends and family all intermingle, a lot of different ethnoses. So when the Bible speaks of in Matthew 24, and Mark 13, and Luke 21, nation shall rise against nation, or in the Greek, ethnos against ethnos, or broken down in today's English, ethnicity against ethnicity. How's that going to fare? A child that's, say, half white or half black or half Mexican or half Asian like Chinese and half white, or what side are they going to choose? You have to choose a side. Can't say I'm neutral. It's like this. There was a guy, in our old neighborhood who used to run with our crew. He was one of us. He lived over there. He was one of us. He ended up going to prison. He was a Mexican. And in prison, he said he couldn't hang around black people in prison. Now, remind you, our crew was mainly black. I would say like 95% black, quote unquote, what they call black people, or African American, that's what they call us. There were a couple of white guys, a couple of Mexican guys. Actually, I don't think there were any Asians. There weren't any in the neighborhood. But he went to prison, and he was with us. We helped him. We looked out for him. He, in high school and everything, nobody was going to mess with him because they knew he was with us. But when he went to prison, came out, he was a little different. I talked to him. I hollered at him. But it's like he was with a new crew now. And they don't let anybody in, a Mexican crew. I'm not going to throw names out or anything like that. But they don't let anybody in who's not pure Mexican or anybody in who hangs around black people. So he has the tattoos. And I even know white people like that who, when they went to prison, I had to join the Aryan Brotherhood. And they hung around us before they went in. And they're still cool. But they can't let the other guys know that, these are still my guys, my friends. It's kind of like what we're about to experience now. So how's that going to work out when, you have, like prison, they say they force you to be racist. I don't know about prisons everywhere else, but I'm talking about in Texas. The blacks are going to be with the blacks. Mexicans are going to be with the Mexicans. The whites are going to. So just think about it, right? When there's a conflict on the outside that resembles what's happening on the inside of the prison system, you're going to have to choose a side on the outside as well. Don't you think? I mean, is it going to be your old neighborhood guys? Maybe you're still in the neighborhood. Maybe they're still in the neighborhood. Maybe you'll choose new people. And one thing about the saints of God, you're going to have to choose other saints regardless of ethnos. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to choose to be around other saints because you're going to be a target. Because it says, you shall be hated of all nations, of all ethnos, for my name's sake. So, and I mean, I'm thinking about my cousins and my nieces and nephews, my brother, and a lot of other people, man, who are biracial is what they call it. But it's real. Whether you want it or not, it's happening. They're pushing for it. George Soros is sponsoring a lot of it. He's not the only one. All lamestream media responsible for pushing the right buttons to get everybody all worked up into a frenzy. So you're going to have to choose a side. And also, let me say this to the ladies. We're definitely going to have to get the house in order. As far as quote-unquote black people, quote-unquote African Americans, they got us under this Willie Lynch. It's real. They try to tell you, oh, no, it wasn't real. Yeah, it's real. You know, whether that letter was real or not, it's being used. And if you're not familiar with it, it basically is an instruction manual on how to quote unquote put the nigger woman over the man and put her in power to keep him, squash the man. Well, things are going to have to return to the rightful order. You see? Because there's no way as a woman you're going to be able to go against a man in this, in these times. So women, you're going to have to learn to keep your mouth shut. All this old talking and work necking and smacking and I'm so and so. No. See, that's why in the old days, a woman stayed under her dad and her brothers, her family, for protection until she was of age to get married, and then she was under the care, protection of her husband. Well, we got to get back to that. Ain't no more, I'm independent, I don't need, yeah, you're going to need it. You're going to need it, because you're going to be a walking lick. When they see a woman, they go, oh, easy money. It don't matter what you got. You can have an AK-47 on you. They're going to be like, I can take it from her. Yeah. So, these times are serious. But women are going to have to get back into a woman's place. Unfortunately, all this independent woman and I'm educated and I got money and all this here, that's not going to do you any good. You see, it's going to go back to the primal instincts. You see what I'm saying? Because physically, it's not natural for a woman naturally to have the strength of a man. I mean, you can work at it. You can go to the gym and you can possibly get there. But it's also, a man is naturally has the ability to ignore pain, physical pain. Can, keep going with broken arm, broken leg, broken hand. Keep going, keep doing what you have to do. If a man has to fight 2 guys, 5 guys, 10 guys, if he has the willpower, he can continue. He can fight through it. Swole up or not, he can fight through it. A woman will scream and cry and give up, and you can have whatever you want. Well, just think about this, because it's going to get real serious. Some people have been preparing for years. They got food and water and silver and gold and bullets and guns and, a plan. They have a plan, an escape plan, and a backup plan, and people, militias. A lot of people, this is the first thing they're ever hearing of anything like this, and they thought that there's no such way. Even right now, the people still saying, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't gonna be no civil war. Oh, this ain't gonna happen, and that ain't gonna happen. They walk up on me, I'm gonna do this. No, you might not have time to react, especially if you're by yourself. These are some things we're going to have to think about. It's like if you're a Christian, and you have Muslim friends. You know what the Quran says. I mean, are these people going to be loyal doing something like this, or are you going to become the enemy? The Quran says if the infidel doesn't convert, kill the infidel. Off with the head. I know some good Muslims. I'm friends with some Muslims. I know the kind that when they shake your hand, they wipe their hand on their shirt. Then I know the kind that call you brother, and they're genuinely like brother, really cool. And they pray and they really believe in what they believe. But in a time like this, how's that relationship going to be affected? And this is a time to where there will be no dissenters. The gangs think like them and agree with them on every matter. Otherwise, you're going to be dealt with. And how are you going to deal with that? It's already started. We're just going to see it increase. Maybe incrementally or maybe fast. I'll tell you what, though. As the economic situation, if it gets worse, then we'll see this exponentially blow up in our faces. And everybody's going to be put, you're going to have to make a tough decision. You're going to have to make a tough decision. So, if you're a police officer, black, you're hanging around other police officers, white, are they going to have your back when this thing goes down? Or are they going to revert to color? Revert to race? If you're in the military, right? Like I had a buddy in the military when he was in action. He was a Marine with other Marines. They got into a firefight wherever they were deployed. And you got my back, you got my back. They were like brothers. When they get out, the guy goes back to hanging who you hang with, you hang who you hang with. The camaraderie is broken because, you may be hanging around people that don't like certain type of people. So who are you going to choose to be around in a time like this? Everyone now needs to get their house in order. Yeah, everyone is going to need to get their house in order. Anyway, this is something that we just have to think about because this is how serious it's going to get. And you have to have the love of Christ in you if you are one of His. So you're not going to go around attacking people, but you could be put in a situation where you may have to defend yourself. Or you may feel like, I'm going to be nonviolent, which that's not in Scripture. That's not in there anywhere. But that's something that Mahatma Gandhi did and Martin Luther King did. But that's, that's on their own accord. It has nothing to do with Scripture. But it does say, if it's at all possible, get along with every man peaceably. And that's if it's possible. Anyway, more food for thought. As things heat up, I guess I'll be chiming in a little more. But don't get hate in your heart. Don't let these things, because it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Don't let your love wax cold. You got to keep love in your heart. Because there are still some good people out there. Even though the majority you're going to find out are snakes. Or maybe trying to do you some harm. Or trying to, especially as this thing progresses, man, you're not going to know who to trust. And then there's no honor among thieves. So they aren't going to be able to trust each other either. So that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. Anyway, food for thought. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Your host, Brian Anthony, from Beyond Babbitt, over and out.